Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Hello, 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 hello. Me's to be. Welcome. You have found me, spelunking in this, science fiction toy property base of sorts. I saw a guy, stabbing another guy in the back while saying something about Caesar and, other things like that. You get the joke, hopefully. If you don't, I don't care. So, why am I in clearly the bad guy's lair? One, it's purple. It goes nicely with my coloring. That's the main reason. Plus, it loaded fine. It loaded nice and easy, so the frame rate should be good. OBS. So, why am I here? I'm going to talk about a movie. Big shocker, I know. Talking about a movie that apparently not enough people saw, so it's a dead franchise now. Hooray! Everyone sucks. Talking about Transformers 1. Not the first Transformers movie. Not the first Michael Bay Transformers movie. Not the, not Bumblebee, which was technically a continuity reboot restart. Not Rise the Beast, which was also maybe a restart continuity. It might have Bumblebee in continuity, but they never were clear about it. And it brought back in some of the Michael Bay shtick, but not all of it. I don't know, and I don't care. This one is specifically Transformers 1, with 1 spelled out as the word 1. That one. That one. Yes, the one that no one saw, apparently. Which is disappointing, because it's actually a pretty decent movie. So, as I illustrated by pointing out the very messy continuity of the Transformers franchise in terms of film at this point, Transformers 1 is another restart. Specifically, it's a back to basics, kind of a prequel, or at least a new starting point situation, where we're going back to see Optimus Prime and Megatron when they were best friends and had different names, and only kind of acted like you'd expected them to, but then they kind of grow into what you know they're going to become, and it's actually pretty well done, I have to say. This is a movie that I would like more to happen with. It's kind of struggling with what it wants to be, what it is, and what it has to basically support different things for different chunks of its audience. Transformers as a franchise has been around for a while, and has the adult fan base, the children fan base, everyone in between, and being one of these evergreen generational franchises from the 80s that are never going to be allowed to die completely. They have a problem where they have to please their existing audience and bring in the new ones as the old audience ages out or dies or gets pissy about one continuity or another, and yada 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 yada. Internet. A cat on the internet. Dance. Transformers. That's what I was talking about. So this movie has to do a tightrope to please both sides. It does a pretty good job, but I will say that it does kind of hurt itself in the fact that it has to be kind of a kid's movie to a point. So this is, again, basically a setup thing. We're starting from the beginning. We got Optimus Prime, now known as in his OG name, Orion Pax, which I never liked the pre-name they had for him at all. And you got D13, I think it is, aka pre-Megatron. Makes a little more sense. And that's kind of a weird thing. Why does Orion Pax have a full name? What if some of the Transformers have full names, other ones are just numbers? Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed with a nerd question. What were they doing? Oh yeah. Talking about a movie. And I shouldn't give a crap about the details. But yeah. We're seeing where these two characters came from, and turns out they were best bros. Kinda. They were a pair of miners, as in mining ore, not, FBI, break out the door type miners. And turns out their world of Cybertron is a little bit crap, because all the Interron dried up, and the Supreme Leader, it's going to context for you, Sentinel Prime, is not great. He's kind of doing some stuff. Keeps going off the surface, disappearing for a while, and trying to find the matrix of leadership, and stuff happens. I'm going to say slightly vague for the sake of the audience. Of, 40 people that will watch this? You should go watch this movie. You will add an additional 40 people to this movie's profits. Maybe they'll decide to not shit-can any more installments, and they already did. Okay, we're going into spoiler time, by the way. Base version, this movie is pretty good. Sniffs the ass of greatness, but doesn't quite get in there. Gets close, though. Worth a watch. If you are a Transformers fan, you should have watched this already, for the love of God, and you will probably have a good time with it. You will get more out of it than I did. Even I had a pretty good time, and I am a filthy ass casual when it comes to Transformers. Like, I'm going, oh, it's that guy. Oh, it's that guy. Oh, it's that thing. And it's done in that nostalgia-baiting way to where if you see it, you know it, and you can enjoy that, and it's not the thing grabbing in your face and going, look at this old thing you should know. This is a nostalgia berry. Eat the berry. We're going to shove it in your face. Eat it. Doesn't do that. It's just like, oh, that thing's there. Oh, it's that guy. Hi, Blitzwing. Oh, hi, Thundercracker. Oh, you got a line. Cool. And so on and so forth. It's fun. Watch it. Now going into Spoiler Town. Choo-choo. Get on Astro Train as we get into the Spoiler Town. So, yeah. This thing has the double-edged problem of having to deal with being a kids movie and pleasing the adult fans. It leans more heavily into the adult side of things because, hey, turns out Sentinel Prime betrayed everyone and killed a bunch of the other Primes and basically turned half the population of his race into a slave population to mine for him to give the Quintessons, who are still Squid-E, but they're not doing the triple face routine, which made me sad, because I like that part. He's using their labor to get Energon to give to the Squid people who got him in this position of power. This is clearly a setup for a future movie that's not going to happen. Maybe a TV show will pick up where this one left off. That feels like the most possible option if they just don't just leave this continuity completely dead on the ground, which Hasbro has done before, multiple times, in the movies, literally. I don't think we're getting another live-action one. I think we're done at this point. Or if we do, it's going to be a long while, and it's going to be another total restart. Which is, sucks. But it is what it is. I kind of think what killed this movie is franchise fatigue, because for the average viewer, this is like the seventh movie, and there's not been that big of a time gap between each one, and the last three now are at least partial or total restarts of continuity. And all the Michael Bay ones ran for a while. Their continuity was crap, but they seemed, at least on the surface, cohesive. The audience saw, okay, it's a Transformers live-action movie, I know what I'm getting. And those ended in a whimper, and then they did Bumblebee, which was a kind of restart, and they didn't do great. They tried again by going back to the well with Beast Machines, or Rise of Beasts, and that also did only okay. And then this one, and no one showed up for this one. Don't know if that's because it's a cartoon, or just another movie, and just after another one with another restart, and it's a lot to get a generic, average audience to come back for repeatedly. I think this well has been ran dry. I kind of think it's time for Transformers to basically do what Star Trek did and just retreat to TV for probably a decade or two. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, movie's pretty good. You are watching our two main bots see their friendship, see them being kind of bros, and then realizing, oh wait, Megatron was fronting the whole time. Megatron was one opportunity and one soul-crushing realization from just going straight to, I'm gonna kill everyone in my way. Get out of my way. I'm going to shoot you now. Kabang. And then Optimus is like, I did not realize my friend had a very, very, very short fuse, and that fuse has now been completely lit. Oh crap. And you have Scarlett Johansson is here as Alita 1, who is kind of girl boss, I suppose, way to call her. She's very career-minded to a kind of funny degree, honestly. I do like that there is, even though Alita 1 is technically usually Optimus's lady, There's none of that in here at all. This is solely, I want to be in a position of power and authority. Your ass is now intertwined with my career path. I'm going to side with you because this will eventually lead me to progression in my career, my new career path of going from shift supervisor to bottom of the barrel to rebel to commander of the forces, I guess. So, kind of a wacky trip, but she got there. Good for her. What doesn't work in this movie? The humor. Specifically, Bumblebee, or B, whatever the fuck your number was. I was afraid of this when I saw the trailer, and I was correct, at least on this part of it. The first trailer that was shown for this thing, decided to aim for the kids, and doing so turned me off. That is why I did not see this till it got to video, or streaming, or whatever you want to call it these days. And yeah, marketing team for this was bad, because they sold it as a dumb kids movie based on with Bumblebee here. And I get it, Bumblebee is aside from Optimus, is your main selling thing for the kids, for audiences in general. They recognize, Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and then diminishing returns for every other character. Maybe Megatron, although he's looked different in every movie that they've done so far. Including this one, although all the designs in this are fairly close to the OG G1 looks, so they're pretty nice looking. I have my niggles about it. I don't particularly care for the stretchy faces they do, but it works. It's okay looking. The rest of the movie looks nice, by the way. It's pretty. There's a good budget here. Lots of good fight scenes, good animation, etc. But yeah, Bumblebee in this is deeply, deeply annoying. And I'm like, I can see with a through line to where they were going to do a sequel, and Megatron was going to rip his throat out and make him mute like the Michael Bay movies did. Which at this point, I would have welcomed, because damn, he was irritating. I'm happy in the second half he started to shut the hell up, which is appreciated, but his introduction is irritating. He's irritating for a while, and it's not the endearing irritating, it's the legitimate irritating. This is a movie to where, when I say this thing could have hit greatness, chopping out some of the humor bits, mostly him, trimming him down to just being more quiet, less dialogue. That could have gotten this thing way higher, in my opinion. It's not bad. Like, nothing in this is bad. Just Bumblebee being annoying. Rest of the movie, fine. You can make some arguments here and there, like pacing-wise is a little odd. Like, first half taking its sweet-ass time, then kind of speeds the hell up real quick in the second half. And that includes in the character changes, because right at the middle of this thing, everyone finds out Sentinel Prime betraying to everybody, and Megatron has a massive break and goes straight to Murder Town. And you could argue, it seemed fast, but then you realize, oh wait, he was always on the edge of this thing to begin with, and just needed a little push. And he got that push and went straight to, I'm gonna rip a motherfucker in half. And he did, which, hooray! Violence, hooray! There's some good violence in this thing. Again, action scenes are good, lots of shoot, bang, bangs. I appreciate that a lot of the fighting incorporates the fact that these Transformers can turn into trucks and cars and whatnot and use that during their combat. Like, Optimus rips someone in half via transforming into his truck. That's cool. A friend brought up a question of, why did the Cybertronian version of these characters even have alt modes where they turn into robot cars and trucks and shit? And I'm like, I don't know. All this does with that particular question is make it a genetic trait of their species that they can transform into stuff. So, alright. Whatever. Again, don't ask any questions. Questions. Why didn't you see this? That's a question. But yeah, it's pretty good. If you want your... This was a good starting point for a Transformers fan, actually. Like, if you want to get someone into Transformers, I would probably start with this. It's a nice starting point. Not too hard, not too over serious, not crap like a lot of live action movies happen to be, and not dated as fuck as the old cartoon is. This is a nice starting point. Gets you the basics, gives you some good movie time. You'll be happy with this. I am happy with this. It's a movie to where an edit, I think, could have got this thing up into into actual greatness. As is, it's good. It is a recommended watch. And just leave it at that, because you're not getting any more, probably. Well. Now I hear someone being betrayed, and being ejected from a train and kicked into the maw of a space planet monster thing that will retrofit them into a different robot. And they'll be voiced by Leonard Nimoy at that point, and so on and so forth. You get the joke. Like and subscribe. Join my Patreon. Send me money for porn. Etc., etc., etc. Bye-bye. Till all are one. They overuse the bits about all the catchphrase things repeatedly, which was kind of irritating me. Primarily all are one, or more than meets the eye. They do that a lot. Don't do that. You get one per movie. One. Transformers 1. Bye. Go away.